Have you heard the famous quotation, "The child is father of the man"? This quotation is by Wordsworth, who was regarded as the father of Romanticism. So coming up further into the video, Wordsworth and his contemporaries. Before we move on to discuss some major writers of this age, let us first discuss some background of this age. Romantic age started in the year 1798, the year in which Lyrical Ballads was published, and it continues up till 1837. Okay? George III ruled over England from the year 1760 up till 1820. And then George IV ruled over England from 1820 to 1830. And after him, William IV came and ruled over England from the year 1830 to 1837, a span of 7 years only. This age is also known as the age of Wordsworth or the age of poetry. In this age, the poets mostly used their imagination to write their poems. There was also a bit of melancholy present here and there was an escape towards nature. Okay, now let us talk about Lyrical Ballads. It was published in the year 1798. It consists of 23 poems, 19 are by Wordsworth and 4 are by Coleridge. The first poem in Lyrical Ballads is Rime of the Ancient Mariner, which was written by Coleridge. And the last poem is Tintern Abbey, which was written by Wordsworth. Let us now talk about Robert Southey. Robert Southey, William Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge, these three are called as the Lake Poets. Robert Southey was made the Poet Laureate in the year 1813. He has written as many as 109 volumes of poetry and 150 articles for magazines. His most famous poems are The Curse of Kehama, Madoc, Roderick and Joan of Arc. O gentle reader, you would find a tale in everything. This is a quote from Simon Lee the Old Huntsman, written by Wordsworth. He has also written many other great poems like Rainbow, My Heart Leaps Up, Daffodils, London, Composed upon Westminster Bridge, and many others. With Wordsworth, we do not only read the poem, we actually experience it. How do we experience it? Let us, for example, take the poem Daffodils. Okay? When we read the poem, we imagine about a field full of daffodils which are swaying with the wind. That is an experience. And isn't this the main aim of writing poems? To make the reader imagine something, to take the reader on a journey along with the poem. What do you think? Wordsworth was made Poet Laureate after Robert Southey's death in the year 1843. The first edition of Lyrical Ballads, which we talked about, published in the year 1798, and the second edition, the revised one, was published in 1800. In this edition, Wordsworth included a preface to Lyrical Ballads. I will make a separate video on the preface to the Lyrical Ballads. Okay? Let us now move on to S.T. Coleridge. He has written the works like Kubla Khan, Christabel, Dejection and Ode, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, Work Without Hope, and so many other poems. These are the most famous ones, okay, and the most important ones. S.T. Coleridge has also written a prose work called Biographia Literaria. In this work, the subtitle is Biographical Sketches of My Literary Life and Opinions. It was published in the year 1817. Lord Byron's first collection of poems is called as Hours of Idleness. His another famous work is Childe Harold's Pilgrimage. This work made him instantly popular.
He himself once said, "I awoke one morning to find myself famous." Have you heard the phrase Concordium? This phrase is inscribed on P.B. Shelley's grave. Okay, and the meaning of this phrase Concordium is heart of hearts. P.B. Shelley has written many beautiful works like To a Skylark, To Night, Ode to the West Wind, Alastor, Prometheus Unbound, and he has also written an elegy called Adonias. This is an elegy on the death of John Keats. We are coming to Keats next. John Keats wrote many great poems like Ode on a Grecian Urn, Ode to Autumn, Ode to Nightingale, Ode to Psyche, Isabella, Lamia, and The Eve of St. Agnes. These are his most famous poems, and Keats belonged to the Cockney school of poetry. Remember this. Keats died at the age of 25. Now we come to a few prose writers of this age. But before we move on, let me tell you that women emerged as novelists in this age. They were given their freedom and opportunity to express themselves in literature, and therefore we come across Jane Austen in this age. Jane Austen wrote the works like Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, Emma, Mansfield Park, Persuasion, and Northanger Abbey. Pride and Prejudice was previously called as First Impressions, and Sense and Sensibility was previously called as Elinor and Marianne. Thomas De Quincey wrote critical essays like On the Knocking at the Door in Macbeth, The English Mail Coach, Letters to a Young Man, Joan of Arc. He also wrote autobiographical sketches like Confessions of an English Opium Eater. Charles Lamb and Mary Lamb wrote the work called Tales from Shakespeare. In this work, they reproduced Shakespeare's tragedies and comedies. Charles Lamb also wrote another work, his most famous one, called Essays of Elia. It was published in 1823, and he also wrote Last Essays of Elia, which was published 10 years later in the year 1833. Walter Savage Landor's most notable prose work is Imaginary Conversations. It was written in 6 whole volumes. Now coming to Walter Scott. Walter Scott has written historical novels like Ivanhoe, Waverley, The Heart of Midlothian, Rob Roy, and The Talisman. He has also written poems like Lochinvar and The Lady of the Lake. Moving on to William Hazlitt. William Hazlitt wrote articles for Edinburgh Review, The Morning Chronicle, and Examiner. He has also written many great works like Table Talk, The Round Table, Lectures on the English Poets, Lectures on the English Comic Writers. I have a homework for you, as always. You have to tell me who is the writer of the work Captain Sword and Captain Pen. Write down in the comment section below. My name is Simran Mehtani and I'm signing off. You take care of yourself. Bye.